All right, guys. Good afternoon. So what I am looking at, well, quick introduction. You guys already know me. So Saeed, I put together this short presentation for you guys to understand what I am looking at for the next few weeks into the market, right? Um, what I have here is it's the market chart, right? What you are looking at, right? At this chart, right? What is known as VVIX, right? VVIX, I don't think if any of you ever heard of it. Well, maybe the VIX, but not the Voma, right? We are currently in the Vomma zone, right? Oh, let me see. Someone's asking for the link. Let me see if I could send this to him quickly. Um, so why Voma matters? There you go. So as you remember, on December 1st, I was kind of bearish on the market, trying to understand what's been happening, right? As you could see here, the top chart, what you see here is the VVIX chart, and I'll go through in detail why I have that VVIX and why the VVIX chart matters. What am I looking at here? And alongside with it, I have the XPX, right? Obviously, this is the SPY short, the 500, right? So this is a pure comparison on a daily chart, right? Why I want to see the daily chart is because I want to see what's happening between the trends. So what you see here, the timeline here, right? This is XPS, right? XPX moving, right? And then the drop occurs. So what's happening here? If you guys notice it, okay, let me see someone join. Let me admit him. Okay, so yeah, I guess guys gonna be start joining on a random base. So I'm just gonna keep it here. Um, so what you guys know versus SPX, SPY, or VIX, if you guys could tell me what it is and what it does for us. Anyone, Pradeep, Hassan, or whoever, if you guys think, or Solvay. I know Sol just joined, so just let me know what are you guys looking at and why do I have the charts here? What am I doing here? Anyone?
Regan Bhai Hassan here.
Yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, this is completely new to me. If you can explain from the
Okay. Yeah,
from the
I know it's fairly new to you. You're a stock person, not an option person, but it does matter if you are a long-term, short-term investors, right? Um, so Pradeep, any insight on it? Why are we looking at this? Maybe I think he's on mute. But anyways, nonetheless, the point is, what is a Voma zone, right? So basically, this is a chart. What I will do in parallel, I'll have the chart up and we'll go through the definitions one by one. So this is a both chart from XPS and VVIX, right? If you're on the next slide, if we go into the next slide, what is Voma and why does it Voma matters, right? So as you know, the VIX, the Chicago Board of Exchange VIX Index is likely a second order derivatives of volatility or Voma, right? This is because it measures the expected movement in the VIX and not the underlying S&P 500, which is our XPX, as you've seen. As a result, it is similar to the option Greek Voma that measures the rate of change in vega. So what is it saying? That based on the chart, what we saw, why Voma matters, there's a zone, as a Voma zone, as you could see on the chart, it occurred from time to time, right? So it kind of gives you an overall picture. So when we look at the VIX, where is this threshold you ask, right? A lot of people ask, hey, why does Voma matters to me as an investor, right? So why does Voma matters to you as an investor, right? So let me go back to the chart and tell you why Voma matters. So this is the VVIX. So if you keep it on your trap, right? This is my 1 year drawing that I had done over the last few times. So as you've seen on the previous one, right, on the first set of screen, right? You see what's happening here on February, right? February 14. This is when the Voma zone. This is the zone of 110. That's why I have my 110 mark right at the dot, right? So I'm seeing every time Voma rises up, look at what happened in March, right? The market falls. The market falls, and the VIX is getting into the Voma zone again, right? It's kind of pushing up, as you could see on the upper chart compared to the lower chart, as the same way it's moving upward, right? So that's something we should watch out for if you are into the market for long. And then moving on to going, oh, who just joined? Louis joined. Hey, Louis, what's up?
What's going on?
Not much, man. Hey, so I was just covering the VVIX, the Voma zone in terms of what I've been looking at into the market, and I was telling the guys, I'm kind of getting into the bearish sense for the next couple of months or so, because we are hitting the 110 zone in VVIX chart, right? It's kind of like the Voma zone, right? This is a secondary options where obviously the money makers are hedging their position into VIX, and as soon as the VIX rises over the 110 level, that's what I was actually sharing with the guys here. So that's the chart I have, right? The top chart is VVIX, and below is the comparison with SPX that occurred, over the past few months in February, and then again in June. The bottom line is the VVIX. It's kind of like the Voma zone. So basically, sum it up, is 110 is the Voma zone. Every time it crosses right into that zone where I highlighted here, that's where we want to watch as a investor, where we want to start hedging. So it kind of mimics what you've been telling us, right? That you're bearish into Jan, February, and March, right? So that's basically the idea. I was reading something and then start picking up my mind. So what are these, right? I kind of explained to the guys the recent occurrence that happened into the market, right? February 24, June, August again, October, and the 9th, as recent as the 9th. So what you saw, the chart above, is the black line, right? These crosses over to the highlighted along with the XPX, which is the purple line, right? Over the past year, this one signal would notify you, meaning us, of our four significant correction into the market. Think about what you have done, knowing that there are significant expectation of a major volatility event in the market just around the corner, right? So Theo Trade, those guys were kind of talking about this, and I took some of it and kind of understand where we are on the chart. So going back to, let me see, going back to the actual chart for VIX. So this is the daily chart. For those of you just joined, right? So these are the zone that I'm watching to see where it's heading. Kind of looks like it's ready to roll upwards to the higher points, as recent as, actually, let me see, the 1028, when market SPX dumped, VVIX start pumping up. The daily looks upward. Even the weekly, I think I was looking at a weekly chart, right? It looks like it's getting from yellow to red to yellow. It's crossing the zone on this portion here, and it looks like it might be pushing up. So if I were to get into any long position, maybe not a good or safer idea. For most part, I would suggest, if you're long term, if you're playing options, calls, whatever, um, better to be in cash or just play put side if you are going into, because it looks like it's kind of trending upward. And then going back to the next what, right? So understanding what I have here, this is a handy thing for you guys to have. I'll share the spread. I'll share this with you guys end of the session, right? So this is basically understanding first order Greeks, right? We have our delta, we have our vega and our theta, right? This is a source I included for you guys. You could just kind of click on the link and read more details in terms of what it measures. And then we have the second order, what is known as the, why the secondary Greek matters, right? This is what we have our gamma, we have our vena, charms, Voma. This is what I was talking to you guys earlier, so you guys could look more into how the option pricing works both on first and secondary market, right? So these are something very important if you are looking to be in the option markets, right? You have to understand how the pricing works. What theta means, what vega means, what the delta means, and whatnot. This is just for the new guys. I know Lewis, you're pretty good at it. And also, you've been playing a lot of spreads. So if you guys are looking to hedge, I think it is time. It's getting there. I know the market's running like a maniac. So I'll take a pause here. If you guys have any questions, feel free to, ask. And then we could chat offline. This is just more from understanding what the VVIX does and why we should look out for it as soon as it crossed that 110 line. And it looks like we are almost, crossing into the real scenario again. That market might take a dump in a shorter period. So if I look at this chart, it's telling me, it crossed that 110. So we closed at 119, which is pretty bad. To me, it's pretty bad. We closed at 119, so we'll keep an eye on it in terms of taking any long positions. Does it make sense, guys? Anyone have any questions? If not, I will post up the recording for you guys later on once I do the editings and whatnot. So
Do you think the next SPX fall will happen on the Tesla inclusion? Like, do you think this VVIX has got to do with that?
if the overall market is down, right? Tesla alone couldn't save it. Tesla has good potential, right? It ran up, I think, significantly in the last few days. I know a lot of people are getting into on the short side for Tesla. I know, at least for Lewis, I know he took some spread puts, right, Lewis? If I'm not wrong, if I remember correctly. So, if the overall market is down, it might take down, Tesla as well. It doesn't matter, if it's only, Tesla moving. Maybe Tesla will move on its own, but I highly doubt it, because if the overall market is down, I think money market makers will start pulling money into different side and kind of roll with it. That's where their idea is. But I'm watching it, and I've been playing really, really small, quick in and out. I'm gonna start doing a lot of day trading um on just a shorter time frame. So if you guys get on live audio with me, even though I don't talk much, but when I see something, I'll speak. I say, hey guys, jump in quickly, scalp. Do that. I'll be happy to start doing that again. I know a lot of people are busy, they're working. So time permitting, just be on voice. You don't have to be on the screen all the time. Just be on the voice. If you hear something from me, just take a position for a quick in and out. I think I've been very good with my shorter time frame, given the market volatility has been picking up quickly. So looks like if things starts hitting the fan and the VIX starts rising into the shorter time frame, but I think you will start its push after Christmas. Once the Santa rally, that the market is expecting, once that is over, then I think we might see some some very bad drops, or in the price movement into stocks and stuff, especially the big tickers, those moves pretty quick. So I think if you are very quick with it, I think scalping, even day trading seems to be safer side, unless you're hedging with a large amount on the other side, right? So that's my idea. I think Tesla looks good, but if the whole market is down, I think Tesla will come down with it. There's no holding back for Tesla alone. It's just that's how the market's gonna take it down. Hey Fuad, I know you just joined, so
Yep. How's everybody doing?
it was good. I think we're wrapping up. It was just a quick 20-30 minutes discussion in terms of the VVIX.
Yep.
I will share the presentation with you later so you can look at it.
Okay.
Basically, VVIX is a long-term hedge play for market makers, right? They look at this indicator and kind of be on the Voma zone. As you see in the screen, I highlighted the 110 zone. If it's over, then it's something to watch out for in the long run if you are playing long positions or whatnot. Yeah, that's basically my 2-second summary, but the details it's on the video I recorded, and I'll share that with you guys.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, any other question, guys? If you don't feel like speaking, let me know after after hour, whenever. I actually I'm on ghost mode on Discord, but I'm always available for you guys. I just wanted to shut that off, but I'm always available. If you don't see my status on on Discord, but I'm always on. I always see stuff. I read stuff. Just shoot me a ping if you guys have any questions. Anybody, doesn't matter. I'm available here all the time. All right, guys. Thank you for joining. Look out for the video. I'll put it on YouTube, and I'll share the link with you guys first before I put it into YouTube, and I'll share the presentation with you guys if if the size permits. If not, then I'll just put it into the Google Drive for you guys to have it access in case if you guys want to take a quick look at it and see what it is. And the ticker is VVIX. It's not our typical VIX, and this doesn't have any option, by the way. If you see it right, this doesn't have any option. This is the standard VIX, and which kind of plays against the VVIX. This one has option, but not the VVIX. VVIX is just an indicator where you could just buy and hold, I guess, right? All right, guys. Thank you everyone for joining. Have a good day, and I'll speak to you guys tomorrow. By the way, I might be doing some quick SPY scalp 0DT. If you guys interested, hop into the live channel. I'll be on tomorrow since the morning. All right. Thank you.